Guys, gals, everything in between, welcome to another Mavakaga live stream. Today I'm going to be discussing if there's any way the Buffalo Faller could possibly have been a crisis actor. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, it is possible, right? We can see from the videos that they've shown on the local media and from the two angles. There was one from the right side of the gentleman who wiped out and banged his head, and the other angle was from across the street. So basically there was only two angles that were shown. The one from the right side, which was this one here, that was the original one, and the other one was from the across the street. My question is, from the videos that we've seen, you can see that there was blood coming out of his ear from the right side video. Now, my question is, when you bang your head like that, the back of the head, and from the second angle from across the street you could see he clearly smashed the back of his head onto the cement. You can hear his head slamming against the cement. But also, my question is, why would he be bleeding from the ear like that? Let me show you a photo. I hope it's not too graphic, but just to tell you what I'm showing you, what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't really want to show the blood too much. Okay, so yellow line. Okay, so he's wearing two masks. You can see he's wearing two masks. One is the N95 mask underneath, and the other one is just the regular mask. Now the thing is, you can see there's like right at the bottom. Again, I don't want to show too much, but the blood that's coming out of his ear. A lot of people were saying that he would have to be bleeding from the back of his head, but there was no sign of any bleeding from the back of his head, only from the ear, which is, I don't know, I find that pretty strange. Crypto Ginger says it looks like blood pouch capsule that could have been bitten at the time of fall and then blown through around the ear, creating the effect of a bleeding ear. I learned similar techniques while working on film projects. What do you guys think about that? Is it possible? I mean, I don't know. To me it looks kind of weird. There's a lot of people saying that he might be a crisis actor. I can sort of see it, but there's questions around it. Even the way he fell and he was holding the phone, the way he was still holding the phone steady until the last second when he fell, and the way he fell, there's just a lot of questions. And again, I don't want to be the owner of bad news or whatever, but it could very well be that this guy is a crisis actor. You know, I'll show you different photos, different videos as well as to why I keep saying this. In the meantime, if you guys can smash that like button, I would appreciate it. I will show you some more things that now this one here, people were saying that maybe he was sitting down before it happened or after he already fell, but no, this is when he was actually falling down. So that's already been debunked. One person says complete show, all actors, slow-mo. Okay, this one says slow motion with a few freeze frames added for analysis. So again, so there's the push and there's the fall. Now they're going to slow it right down. Now you see the phone in his hand? They're gonna freeze it and show it again. Now watch as the head looks down, it says. Now watch as the head lifts. You think what would follow would be the fall itself. Wrong. Notice how perfectly he holds on to his phone. Remember this in mid-fall. I would think the phone would go flying out of your hands by now. Arms moving into bracing position. You ever been skiing? How do you fall when you are first learning? Feet in front, down on your tailbone. I don't know, a lot of people are saying that that this is all a show, but again, I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just putting it out there for you guys to figure out if it's possible. Hello Kai Kai, welcome back to the channel. Wendy said a lot of people think that this is all staged. She said, it does look fake now that I rewatch. Crossed legs, wasn't shoved that hard to land that far back. Street theater equals psychological warfare. They want you divided, they want you weak. Watching this hurts your mind, body, and spirit. The goal is to destroy the soul of every human. Don't let them. Police don't march down the street. They set up lines. Another one, crisis actors staged for effect. One person says see a psychiatrist, because they won't believe that at all. Another one says you cannot reach or be in the torso region of an officer. Blood pack. Hollywood stunt. Expect to be put down. Another one says, by the way, the alleged tube is a strap from a bag or something similar, which would be this here. I'm wondering what this is. See that thing around his neck there? Could it possibly be a blood pack? Another one says, normally I would look at this and be like, oh my god, graphic video. Now I look at it like, that elderly man looks so robotic. And I'm not a nurse, but I don't believe blood would be coming out of his ear that quickly. Can someone help with that? Now, one person who's more realistic says, are you mad? Even if it was set up, it must not have involved blood from ear. Look, it's more than clear. Officer realized how critical it can be. There was no need for aggression. Old man was no harm. There's no blood coming from the back of his head either. If he had fallen hard enough to cause blood pouring from his ear, you would also see blood splatter from his head on the ground. That's what I was wondering. Why was there no blood at all from the back of his head? Again, if you've seen the video from the left side, you would have seen how hard he hit his head on the ground. The blood doesn't come out of the ear immediately on a fractured skull. When a blood vessel bursts into the brain, comes through the fracture, builds up in the ear canal, and can finally be seen. Also, never seen anyone fall backwards and end up with ankles comfortably crossed. If you do watch the video, you will see that while he's lying down, his legs are crossed. Another one says they look and act like fake actors. I'm a retired cop and have spent hundreds of hours on TV and movie sets playing a cop amongst many non-cop actors. This looks rehearsed and totally expected, just like the US troops taking a knee. I call fake. Another one says, what the hell, I watched the video 10 times and hitting arm with phone triggered push. Looked like a stumbling back and trip. Professional stuntman. Crisis actors around. Is that a wire under the back of his shirt? It sure is something directly under the bump on his head. He was so weak, yet he's holding his head off the ground. Was hardly touched, yet fell like he'd been shoved with great force. Can you say crisis actors playing their parts to help spread the hatred for Leos after all that left is out there today yelling defund the police? Another one saying it was fake. Yeah, he definitely faked that. Psych ward for you, buddy. Oh my god, what the hell? I would first question if it was real or staged, but with so many police officers, it doesn't seem like it could be staged, right? Or wrong. If real, why didn't some immediately help the man, like some did later? Evil officers, actors mixed in? I'd like to know. Sulolo said, "What is the truth? It is not important to everyone. People believe what they choose to believe. The problem is we will not know what the truth is." And he goes out of frame when hitting his head. I had the exact same thought when I saw it. So, you guys tell me, what do you think? The video of him hitting the head very hard. Look at the huge pouch of blood on the back of his head. Why is it that media cameras and clear footage, not phone cameras, are always at the ready in the right spot? Almost like they knew what would happen in that very spot. They even got a high wide angle for the shot. Smell that? It's the smell of a rat. Noise when dude hits the ground is a police helmet when he was holding for some odd reason. Guy in the middle is making sure it looks good for him, that angle. Apparently that's a fake cop. And it looks like there is a helmet here. I would have to rewatch the video and see why would he have the helmet if it is indeed him holding the helmet, because that would explain the loud thud when he banged his head. Excellent, fine. The other video showed blood from the back of his head, not the ear. Also, he crosses his legs. That's not natural, and he gently sets his phone down. I saw the clip, and that looks like fake blood. Disgusting. I watched it blown up and in slow motion. I did hear a crack of skull, but yes, it looked like it was floating. That much blood out of your ear would be a huge skull fracture or serious brain injury. The timing plus no cop I've seen would do that, just really strange. He had a blood bag on the back of his head with a wire to his ear. Then there's the hospital, which has clearly agreed to provide him with B&B type accommodations. Movie tricks in real life. He had a helmet in his left hand as he walked up to cops, and the blood poured out of his ear within a second of him hitting the ground, even though he was facing straight up. Makes no sense. I hate a world where I have to be suspicious of everything, but that's where we are. I say staged. The camera conveniently didn't show the fall completely. Yeah, in the video across the street, you can hear the whatever hitting the floor. Also, he immediately crosses his legs into the hanged man position, something we have seen a lot of. Acting. That's what another person says. So, I just wanted to post a quick video showing you guys that people are talking out there thinking that it's possibly fake. We won't really know. But like I said, I just put it out there to see what you guys would think. There's just comment after comment of a lot of people thinking, you know, here's another one, Dipperful, saying, I'm in the medical profession and fully know real bleeding does not fall out in a neat little stream, nor is it the color of old ketchup. Even the blood, yes, it did look kind of brownish. I see two straps for the mask. What's the other cord? Another person said he's wearing two masks, white one under the blue one. That's been confirmed. He is wearing two masks. Hollywood can do this. Yep, they're funding the riots too. They openly tweet about it. Looks like the blood is from a dripping device in the ear or behind it. It's a setup. If you're going to fake it, then perhaps someone should have told him ahead of time that blood does not pour out of your ears like that. In all the traumatic head injuries I've ever seen, I've never seen that much blood pour out of an ear. Fox just said he's in stable condition. Luckily, but WTF, he went stiff as a board. Okay, a couple more comments and then we'll call it a wrap up here. He was holding a helmet. I would wager the single sound you heard was the helmet hitting the ground, not the head. Ads prior to demonstrations was for crisis actors. Ever hear of stuntmen practicing faking such scenes for movies? And if he's 75, he's going to hurt when he lands, period. Whether he tripped or was pushed, the level of inhumanity of law enforcement officers walking past him was unreal. Doesn't matter which side I'm on. If I see an old person hit the ground like that, I'm helping. And finally, the videos from more than one angle exist showing the police needlessly pushing him over. You can actually hear the thud of his head hitting the ground. He is bleeding heavily from his ear. The police officers involved have already been suspended. Fake. That sound was the helmet hitting the ground. Guys, gals, everything in between, what do you think? Staged? Real? Is this all just a show? What's going on? Let me know in the comments below. And again, please leave a thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. We will see you guys all later. For now, peace and love. Peace and love. Mavakaga.